Hey everybody, Rexx Arkana here for Statik Industrial Television. Big shout out to everybody who tuned in and watched our first episode. You guys have really blown us away with all of the love. We've got exciting news for you as well. Statik TV will be on the scene at Cold Waves Festival in New York City. We'll have behind the scenes footage, fan interviews, and all the live performances you'll want to see most. That'll be coming up in a future episode of Statik TV. But for now, it's back to Calgary for part 2 of our Terminus Festival coverage. Hey everybody, a little Terminus Festival special education tip here, PSA for your partying purposes. In honor of all the German festivals, I'm going to teach you how to do the quintessential German festival shot, the vodka Ahoy.
First rule of Ahoy Club is don't talk about fucking Ahoy Club.
Ahoy Brause is a powdered substance that's intended for children in Germany. You just pour it into some water and you stir it up. And it creates this sort of pop rock-esque effervescence, and then, you just drink it. But since we're all deviants, we adults have a better use for the vodka Ahoy. So here's how you do it. We're gonna tear open the sachet, you pour the pulver in your mouth, you take the vodka and pour that also in your mouth. Now this part's important. You must shake it in order to activate the full Ahoy goodness. And then once you swallow the shot, put down your glass and you must yell, and this part is imperative. Ahoy! Okay, and so we shall. Terminus Festival Ahoy shots. Vodka Ahoy. Ahoy! And this is how you do a vodka Ahoy.
La Escena Oscura. It's what Spanish-speaking fans call the dark scene, and it runs a wide gamut from post-punk to synth-pop to industrial.
The best thing about Terminus Fest is the fact that you get to see amazing bands in our own little Canadian backyard that you would never see anywhere else.
From the guttural sludge of Author and Punisher to the energetic release of Fires. No matter what you're into, Terminus Shockwave had you covered.
At first I had to tell people we're going to do an event and it's going to be called Terminus and you're going to care about it, but now people say, when are the Terminus announcements coming? They're waiting for it, they're planning their holidays around it and that sort of thing.
Terminus has such a great roster of bands and it's very diverse. It's like and a lot of them are unsigned. It's a great breeding ground for new projects.
I think we've developed such relationships here every year, and then every year I think we take something home with us, or we try to.
Other than Negative Gain bands, who are you most excited to see tonight? It's A2O. It's A2O, isn't it?
Just saw Contravoid. And it really hit me. I mean, like, I don't dance anymore, but they pulled me out on the dance floor and got me shuffling a little bit.
Women have played pivotal roles in industrial music since its very beginnings with Throbbing Gristle. In Calgary, women stomped the stage each of the 4 nights, bringing the festival a little diversity and a whole lot of energy.
You guys rocked it on stage last night.
Thank you.
It was awesome. How did you like it?
Oh my God, we had a blast.
Yeah,
it was so much fun.
There were a lot of women on that stage last night rocking it.
Yeah. Well, we have myself, we have Shaiki from Android Lust, we have Yon from Decoded Feedback, we have, forget her name, the girl from Trust drumming, on fire.
Right, Jay from Boy Harsher.
Yeah, and I think we should form a female, super group.
Bruderschaft, but I don't know what the female name is.
I think Yon and I were
Sister
talking
Shaft.
about it. We're going to call it Standing Bitch Face.
Standing Bitch Face. Look out for the new EP from Standing Bitch Face.
Yeah.
And Unter Null. I'm Rexx Arkana, live from Terminus.
There's nothing like discovering a favorite new band. And festivals give you lots of opportunities to do that. In fact, it's kind of like the weather in London. If you don't like something, just wait for a couple of minutes because it's bound to change. That's one of the things I like most about this scene. It's built on being different, and we all come at it in our own unique way.
I think what drew us to industrial wasn't necessarily that we were even necessarily huge fans of the genre, although there are some bands that we really admire and really enjoy. We like the attitude of punk, but we feel like punk has gotten boring and stale. And so how do we take that attitude and that creative impulse and do something new and do something different with it?
Approach industrial from a much heavier standpoint. I think just the word itself sounds heavy. It sounds mechanical, a warehouse party, keeping it raw.
I was ready for Terminus Festival the second we booked 820, but when it was announced that Empathy Test would be making their North American debut, well, the festival just got that much better. I sat down with lead singer Isaac Howlett.
How do you feel? Do you feel like you're a part of the scene? Like, I mean, as a relative newcomer, is the scene what you were expecting it to be? Or any comments sort of from a younger person's perspective? Because as a salty old guy, I have lots of opinions.
It's not a scene that we were part of or were involved in before this musical project, but it's certainly a scene that has fully embraced us. It was a big surprise, but we have the luxury of being able to bring a lot of new ideas to the scene because we come from outside it, if you see what I mean. It's really interesting and weird, the kind of bands that we end up playing with, but it's really good fun, and I mean we're so grateful to have been invited to play at Terminus because we wouldn't have been able to afford to fly out here, and someone has kindly done it for us. So, yeah.
And why? I mean, any thoughts about maybe getting you in the United States at some point?
I can't say anything now, but there are big plans in the pipeline. So I think our American fans are going to be very happy soon.
4 days at a festival far, far away, and in the end, what Terminus reminds us may be that a vibrant scene thrives not only on the recognition of its idols, but also the constant injection of fresh blood and ideas.
I've seen, especially on the last tour I did over here, a lot of younger people coming to the shows. There's a whole lot of stuff they have never heard of. We need new people. The older ones are falling off the wagon.
We're all fighting for the same thing and loving the same thing.
New twists from old heads and old sounds from newcomers, all together forming the electronic beat of The Dark at Heart.
It's day 3, closing out on another Terminus festival. Shockwave comes to an end. I am wrecked. I'm going to wrap it up for now. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Statik Industrial Television. We'll see you next time around. I'm Rexx Arkana.